You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.
Oh no, I watched that. I watched that game live. Actually, I watched it from the second half until man, that shit was funny. Man, Shannon Sharp said two light skinned brothers was arguing and Clay Thompson Clay Thompson got kicked out the game because he won.
Yep,
That shit was fucking hilarious, bro.
it was, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man, why can't we all just get along? You know what I'm saying? You light skinned motherfuckers.
I'm
Damn,
just
man.
saying what the analysts gonna say because they done lost back to back games. So
That niggas is old and shit. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying because the Warriors get a pass. They've been getting a pass for like the last 6 years.
I mean, cause they went to 5 straight finals, then they fell off, you know what I'm saying, when everybody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have all their players. And now, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have a chance to win last year. And now they're here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the chance and that's the shit that they getting. Let me make sure I sound good and shit though. Hey, so look, I was uploading videos to YouTube, yo. You know what I'm saying? So a couple of our content joints is now on YouTube and shit. That shit is dope.
Oh shit, we gotta be careful what we say then.
Hey, no, hey, look, that's exactly what this show is about to be dedicated towards. You know what I'm saying? Like every bit of content is about to simply be about doggone basically not saying shit to get your ass canceled. You know what I'm saying? Because that's pretty much the game that Cats is playing now, real quick. But we about to talk about a lot of that shit, yo. Let's go ahead and all right, I look good. I mean, I guess I can't hear myself, but the levels ain't peaking, and I'm in that nice -3 decibel range. You know what I mean? So as long as I stay in that range, I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? What you got? What you eating and shit? Made me want to pull out my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that I got in the cut on some post shit till I get paid later on tonight.
Kettle corn. I was gonna get something to eat. Then you sent that link, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, man. Know what I'm saying? Cause doggone, Boosie's at baseball with his kid, and doggone Kalia's still recovering from surgery. She's doing her thing right now, so she's straight. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But we're gonna run through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Type quick though. You know what I'm saying. So let me go ahead and just start off with the basic podcast intro. What up, though? You listening to the SS Experience streaming on the SMG Podcast Network app. Download the SMG Podcast Network app on all your Apple devices. Android, I'm getting to you. No cap this time because I noticed you were saying cap every other time, but I just always kept breezing through it because that's just like my natural cadence. When I started listening back, so I'm like, oh, this nigga was saying cap the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So I was giving you some room to breathe to say cap. You know what I mean? But it's all good. I didn't already ruin the bit and shit. You know what I'm saying? DJ.
Thought that.
No. I did. I just kept breezing through this shit just because it was just a natural flow of the intro. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else probably caught it, so it's all good though. DJ 321's on the show. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, Bootsy Vegas is at a baseball game with his son. Kalia is still recovering from surgery, so it's just a 2-man show today. You know what? Before we kind of start the show, but I kind of do want to start the show. I realized that I didn't get your Virginia State University homecoming recap. So if you want to go ahead and give us like 3 minutes of Virginia State University homecoming recap, that'd be appreciated because I really wanted to get into it last time before we did before I did the Cowboys rant, which I hope you heard the production of it. That shit is hilarious. I had the orchestra showing the dun, 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 dun. Basically, like, hey, you can hate me now, my lifestyle, that instrumental, but I used the real orchestra shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted that real authentic shit. I ain't want the produced type shit.
Yeah. Man, VSU homecoming. Everybody was outside. The yard was packed. Energy was great. Bowie came in and demolished us, unfortunately.
But I saw the score. I didn't like it neither.
Yeah, but it didn't really, tarnish homecoming or anything or spoil it. It was still a good time. I mean, everybody was there, bro. The yard was. I never seen so many people in the yard after the football game.
No, that's dope. That's dope. Any I mean, anything else like special that was going on? Because like I said, I wish I would have been there, but fortunately, I didn't plan my schedule and my time off right. And doggone, I ended up having to fucking work because I traveled the week before.
Well, they made some changes to the campus. So if you haven't been to campus in the last like 3 to 4 years, like they made a whole lot of changes.
Yeah, they tore. I saw they tore down Harris Hall because that was where all my classes was. All my mass communication, basically all my classes was in Harris Hall, and they tore that shit down.
Yeah, they turned it down. They building a new building. Looks great. Just in the picture. But yeah, just the campus looks different. Okay. The vibe was cool. I don't really do any parties. I just hung out in the yard. Visited the Masscom Club, spoke on their forum. But yeah, it was dope, man. Radio station looks good. Definitely come out. They already set the date next year, October 14th.
Okay. I'll have to pencil that in the calendar. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that I'm in Virginia during that time for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some show. My bad, I gotta basically go back in the log, get that shit up there. Tim's on 106.7 The Big Columbus' Real Hip Hop and R&B. Shahid's rocking with you in your speakers. This is another edition of the SS Experience live on your radio. DJ 321 is rocking with me on the show. And there's only one thing I want to talk about all throughout the show. I call it, and it's not like I called it, fumbling the bag. We're going to talk about fumbling the bag because doggone, I've been writing lately. I don't know if you noticed 321, but I've been writing lately. I got like a couple of posts on the 106.7 The Beat page. Yeah. So I'm back to pen and pad and writing. When I say pen and pad, I really mean keyboard and computer because I'm not physically writing. So right. I said in my most recent article about Kanye, if fumbling the bag was in the Urban Dictionary, Ye's picture is going to be right freaking there because what he's been doing and everything he's been losing, bro, this dude lost Def Jam, B. Like, how do you lose Def Jam?
Well, he was already off Def Jam. Donda was the last album. I think everybody on Good Music has their own independent deals. So I think that was kind of like misleading. I just think they just removed like any affiliation of him, whatever that might be. But man, we gotta go to the podcast side so I can really get more in detail.
All right, no doubt, because 321 doesn't like to give you guys nothing on the radio side. He just said strictly, screw you guys. Listen to the podcast. Well, actually, that's not him saying that. That's me saying that. When we get back from the break, though, I got music coming up from Sleazy World Go, Roddy Ricch, and I'm going to take you to VA with some Chris Brown, that new joint that called me every day. It's the beat. Bro, he lost billionaire status, which I want to get into that on another break, too. He lost billionaire status because losing Adidas. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know, man. Like, I want to drive the conversation to this.
Go ahead.
Why is it that when he said that slavery was a choice, nobody cared? We just, yay, me and yay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? White lives matter. I mean, he lost a little bit, but it was like, okay, yay being yay. He got Candace Owens next one. Yay being yay. And I know you just said in the little not the pregame show, but just before we started recording, we on YouTube. We got to watch what we say. But I will say this, though. There's certain people and organizations and religions that you cannot say anything about. Because if you do, you're losing the bag. And I'm not going to say who. We all know who. It's that 3-letter word. Oh, that's that 3 letters that end in ish. That's all I'm gonna say, because I'm not gonna say it. Y'all not about to cancel me. Not before I get started. Nah. Y'all will not do that to me. But I do have a topic for y'all later, though. But y'all not gonna do that to me. Not now. Why is it that when Kanye mentions something about everything else is cool, but once you start with that anti-Semitic stuff, everybody's pulling out. You know what I'm saying? Like, doggone. Well, you know what I'm about to say. Just give me your thoughts on that.
Well, slavery was a choice was just pretty much a misinformed opinion. It wasn't an attack. It wasn't, directed at anybody. It was just that was just his opinion. So when you put that in comparison to I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 on a certain group, like that sounds like a targeted attack. Versus, slavery was a choice. Right, and he did catch some backlash for the slavery was a choice. It just wasn't to that magnitude.
He ain't lose a bag because of it.
Well, nah, only because as we get further into the conversation, only because us black folks, I don't know what to call it, but
we don't pay his shit outside of consumerism. You know what I'm saying? But
not just that. Is we don't hold him accountable. And that's the thing. That's the issue that I have with this whole topic of him. They have like the mental gymnastics that's been going on my Facebook for the last week and a half, bro. Defending his actions, it's unbelievable. Like, I mean, yeah, he said some wild things. No, it's not the fact that he said some wild things. He said some wildly inaccurate things that now you got white folks hanging anti-Semitic BS on the highway in LA.
Oh, I reported on that too. That shit had me weak. I'm like, when the not the Proud Boys, but you know what I'm saying, with those people.
That's what that's honestly, that's typically what it is. And like I said last time, you know, he's been regurgitating right-wing talking points. That's so when that happens, and then you got black people literally not holding him accountable. That's why it seemed like nothing happened when he said, "Oh, well, slavery was a choice," because you got the Kanye fans that he can do and say no wrong. Everything he said, Kanye could come out here and say, "F all the religions," and people would be like, "Man, there's a deep meaning behind that." Y'all gotta pay attention.
Hell no.
Like, bro, it's like what? You know, so that's why nothing really happened. And also the Adidas thing, his Adidas deal was in jeopardy when he wore the White Lives Matter shirt. That's when it all started. So they was already reviewing the relationship prior to anything extra happening after that, because we all know why he wore that shirt and what that shirt means. We all know.
I mean, so you don't believe that it was tongue in cheek, and you don't believe that he was saying it because his wife is white, which we already cracked those jokes last week. A very good podcast, by the way.
Nah, I don't think it was any. Honestly, look, Kanye is not outside of music. Kanye is not this genius that everybody is saying he is. He's not this mastermind. I asked my homeboy earlier, what has Kanye done that outside of music where you can say, man, that was a game changer. That was like, man, Kanye a mastermind.
What the $1,200 white tee doesn't do it for you?
Bro, that's the fashion. That's fashion. I mean, Balenciaga's got that for sneakers. Like, Kanye has not done anything where you can really sit here and say, man, that was a mastermind move. He doesn't have that. And people put him on this pedestal because he's musically, yeah, he's a genius. All day, I give him that. But outside of music, the man's not a genius. Bro, he lost all his deals just to go to TJ Maxx and Skechers, bro. He's about to have motherfuckers wearing Skechers.
That's crazy. But see, that's why I drove the conversation to talking about Def Jam, because that's where he's known for. Like, he's known for music. Like, if you take everything else away from him, Kanye still can make music. Kanye can still go into the studio. He can still produce a dope beat, and he can still give you a decent 16. I mean, I haven't really seen age on him like that. Like most people, when they get about like 15 years in the league, and it's like, okay, yeah, bro, like you falling off a little bit. Like I haven't really seen that from Ye to say that he's on the downhill musically. You just think he's on the downhill mentally because he be saying some crazy ass shit. But that's why I drove the conversation to Def Jam, because it's like, bro, your last album was streamed on whatever little streaming device that he had. Yeah. So it's like, if you take Def Jam away, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, does he have enough money to where he can do a project, put it on like, is Spotify going to allow him to keep, to put new music up there? Is Apple Music going to let him? Because that's where all of the music is going to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where new music is consumed. It's not like he can just have music on a CD and just bump it out his trunk. Like, it's not even that time of year. It's not even that type of generation anymore to do that. That shit has to go on Spotify. That shit has to go on Apple Music. That shit has to go on a platform. And if Kanye West is already being exiled by all of these other businesses and Def Jam's cut him out, now how's Kanye going to be Kanye? The Kanye that some of us love. I know you're not a fan of Kanye, but how are we going to get Kanye if Def Jam cut him off and he can't put his music anywhere because everybody's going to cut him off?
And again, that goes back to what I said. Outside of music, how is this man a genius? Because he literally fumbled the bag across the board for not just music, but now you got to get somebody to manufacture and distribute your sneakers. That's why he went to Skechers unannounced. That's why he went, he's going to all these places when so many people say, oh, he did all this to go independent. If you think that going on an anti-Semitic tirade to get out of this contract is a genius move, I'm very disturbed by my people that honestly and truly believe that. That is a horrible tactic. Nobody would ever even, no person in any level of business would even say that's a genius idea. That's the time. I don't know why Kanye got a chokehold on niggas like this. He got people on a chokehold, bro, that they don't even use logic. I've been he's gonna go independent. Okay, who's gonna manufacture and distribute his shoes? That's the issue. That's what the Adidas deal was. They manufacture and distribute the Yeezy sneakers. So now he has to replace that because who gonna do it? Where is he gonna go? Like you just asked for his music. He had the streaming player. He has that. But how's he gonna, like you said, make money from it?
Exactly. And that's when Chase Bank pulls out, JP Morgan and them, man.
Bro, don't give JP Morgan, like, bro, I don't know if you remember a few years ago, they had a tanker that had cocaine on it. That was their tanker. It was JP Morgan.
Oh man, I didn't know they was in the coke game.
They got busted and it had cocaine on it. So if crooked ass JP Morgan ain't fooling with you.
I want to say this because I'm not trying, before we switch topics, before we bring the beat audience back in. It's a lot of those 3-letter people that end in ish that's in very powerful places. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to speak about them because I feel like I'm talking about the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? Damn near. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that I'm a cracking jokes, but I'm saying that to say this though. You know what I mean? Like nobody, it's like they're off limits. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna bring a conversation a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? Who had it worse? You know what I'm saying? The Holocaust, the Native Americans, or black people? Because I mean, everybody's messed up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to rank those. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, I am going to actually go into that world and I'm going to rank the worst of the 3. And y'all might be surprised in my answer of who's the worst of the 3. But with that being said, though, they're in media, they're in banking, they're in business. Even Future on the Rhyme said, you know what I'm saying, my lawyer's Jewish. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in all of these places. And I just think that people are just scared. You know what I'm saying? Because like if they take their influence and I'm not even saying their money power, they just take themselves away from stuff. I think the world feels like the world will crumble. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when Ye says all of those anti-Semitic things, or people in general, everybody walks it back. Nick Cannon walked it back. Who else says some crazy shit? I can't think of off the top of my head, but anybody who says anything crazy about that 3-letter religion and ends in ish, you're walking it back. Every time you're walking that shit back. You know what I'm saying? Because you losing money, you're losing opportunity. And I just wish that when people talk ill of black people, we can give that same smoke. That's all I want.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? So we can check people.
I disagree with that sentiment because when people talk ill of black people, or it does come with ramification. People have resigned. People have got fired. People have, you know, had to sell their teams. You know, I think there's definitely ramifications behind us. It may not be to the magnitude of like, well, what we're seeing with Kanye has never really been done.
I'll give you this example. All right, so John Gruden 2 years ago, he got caught up in the email thing. He called he said DeMaurice Smith, you know what I'm saying, got monkey lips, you know, racist black thing, right? Okay, he still kept his job. It was cool. He coached for like 2 more games. Said something about gay people. Said something about women. Oh no, can't do that shit. You gotta go, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And then he was gone. So it's like, so the DeMaurice Smith comments are calling him monkey lips. That wasn't good enough. But the second he said something about some Washington football team at the time, the racial slurs, cheerleaders, and he said something about, you know what I'm saying, gay players shouldn't be in the NFL, calling them, I don't even know if we can say the word, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want that smoke neither. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You remember the 90s words we would used to say, or that we would used to hear? We can't say that anymore. It's like white people calling us Negroes. Can't call us Negroes anymore. It's not cool. But my whole point is nothing happened to him until he said something about other people other than black people. And I feel like that's what always happens. You throw a shot at black people. Cool, whatever. Say something about the gays, the Jews, the Asians, and everybody else. Oh, no, we can't have that. Then that's when the ramifications happen. I want it to be, if you say something about a black person that's racially offensive, you're done. Not, that's just a one-off. He's not racist. He didn't mean it that way. He's a good person. We've heard that rhetoric before.
That does happen. All right, Don Imus, when he called the girls
nappy-headed hoes.
Yeah, nappy-headed hoes. He lost money behind that. He lost a bag behind that. So, he may not have gotten like fired per se, but he lost advertisers, and that's one way that, you know, they had to accept to him like, all right, look, you costing us money. You know,
I remember that.
Then you got, you know, racist police officer calling black people, you know, the N-word over the radio. How many of those, you know, got fired? Or, you know, look at Aunt Jemima. They changed the whole name to Pearline Milling Company because, you know, it was racist.
Right.
You know, so like I said, the magnitude is definitely, I can agree, it is different, but that goes to show you we can't come together. Look at what Kanye has done. And you got people literally like, we know it's wrong. They told me it's wrong, but they still defend him. We can't even come together on a common ground and agree that what he's doing is dumb as hell.
No, 100%.
Until we can do that, then we'll start seeing the ramifications that you're looking for. But yeah, it's gonna take a lot.
All right, man, we can keep going with this whole Kanye thing because him losing Adidas, what that means for the fashion game, Yeezys. I got a little bit of jokes about that. Let's keep the trend going real quick. All right, so that's Tim's on 106.7 The Beat, Columbus's real hip hop and R&B. It's the SS Experience live on your radio. DJ 321's on the show. We're just going to keep talking about Kanye. Kanye is our new R. Kelly. You know what I mean? Because he's giving us the content to talk about it, and we can really have serious conversations within the joke. So that's why I pretty much want to do this. So 3-2. So we were talking about him not being on Def Jam. You know, good music really is not on Def Jam. That's kind of where I wanted to go with that real quick. But so he has Donda Sports. First joke. Antonio Brown says he's still going to be the president.
I mean, I didn't expect him to go anywhere. I mean, two birds of a feather flock together. So
I kind of expected him to go somewhere because it's like, bro, you're not worth a bill no more, bro. I gotta go. Like, you just like me. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? I really think, as a matter of fact, forget the topic. I just want to crack that joke real quick. Man, look, if I was there, it's kind of like Push, you know what I'm saying? But Push kind of left a long time ago. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm next to the $1 billion man, and the $1 billion man's not a $1 billion man anymore, and he got just as much money as me, and people is trying to out him like they trying to out me, man, I'm surprised AB's still there. Okay. But I just want to go to this real quick. So two athletes that was on Donda Sports left because of his comments. You know what I'm saying? So do you think that's a good move for the athletes because they don't want to be affiliated, or they should have just basically stuck it out? Because like you already signed a Donda, you know what I mean? So there's probably some contractual stuff that's in there that's going to make it hard for you to just get out.
Well, it all depends on what the clause is. But Jaylen Brown retracted. He left and then he changed his mind. He decided to stay. But Aaron Donald, he chucked the deuces.
I can see that. I can see that. So
But,
just to let y'all know, we do got that story on our website at 1067thebeat.com. I didn't write it, but I'll let y'all know the stories that I write so y'all can check it out. You know, give me a good little likes. Like 30 more seconds, 3, 2, before I let the listeners know what they about to hear in a second.
Yeah, it's the interesting move that Jaylen Brown decided to stay. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's a grown man. He's entitled to make his own decision.
No doubt, no doubt. Look, we're going to keep talking on the podcast as when I get back from the break. I got music coming up from Nardo Wick, Brent Fires, and Ice Spice. Keep streaming. It's the beat. And I think I just introduced the wrong song and shit. I supposed it came out a Little Baby. Fuck it, though. I told you it should be jumping and shit, man. That should be in the fucking way, though. But yeah, bro, like, all right, so let me ask you this. So if you're signed to Ye, right? So Ye can still cut you your checks. You know what I'm saying? You signed to Ye. Yeah, Ye saying some crazy ass shit. Like, this ain't the first time that Cat's probably worked for a boss that said some crazy ass shit. If Ye's still cutting your checks and he's not affecting your bag, you still stand with Ye? Jumping ship?
Nah, jumping ship. Because you don't know what the aftermath entails from this.
Right.
I have a friend that works in branding. She does a lot of sponsorships.
Okay.
So now companies are going to start changing up how they do their vetting process when they do these sponsorships. So you got it's, you know, I've seen people say it's the bigger picture. Yes, it is a bigger picture. I totally agree, but not in the sense of what they're saying. They're saying it's a picture of what Kanye is trying to do. That's not the case. It's a bigger picture of how businesses are going to move moving forward when it comes to partnerships, endorsements, sponsorships, things of that nature. So they're going to make sure, they're going to include certain questions to make sure everything aligns in place.
Okay. Me personally, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, if my bag is still intact, man, look, Ye is Ye, man. Like, let Ye be Ye and let him do what it is that he do. Now, once they start coming after me and all of that shit, I'm still gonna be like, bro, like that's that man saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a fucking employee. If I was an employee under Ye, you know what I'm saying? Or if I was the president of good music, you know what I'm saying? Like Push was, you know what I mean? Like, man, that's that man doing him over there. I don't give two fucks. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree. Cause even when he was on that shit, that Republican presidency shit, like, man, I told that nigga he was on some bullshit. You know what I mean? And that's all you can do as an individual. Be like, yo, I told him he was on some bullshit. He wanted to do it anyway. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't lump me in with that shit. But I get what you're saying with the whole sponsors want to pull and all that other crazy ass shit. But as long as he's not losing the money to pay me, man, look, burn your own shit down. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Because what if brands don't want to work with your athletes? You know, that's the whole point of a sports agency, is creating opportunities that generate money for their athletes outside of, you know, they'll handle their contractual obligations or renegotiating contracts for their current teams, but they also create non-traditional revenue for these athletes outside of sports. So what if, you stick around, right? Or Jaylen Brown sticks around.
Right.
So let's say he has an endorsement with Gatorade.
Okay.
What if Gatorade pulls the plug and be like, we're not going to work with any Donda sports athletes? That affects your bag. What if you renegotiate for the Boston Celtics? You calling, they're not taking your calls.
Now that's some other shit right there. Like if you're my boss and you're not trying to work with me because of my representation, that's a whole nother bit of crazy right there. You know what I'm saying?
But it happens. It happens. That's the like I said, that's the aftermath that you got to look at when you're dealing with somebody like Kanye and what he did of this magnitude. It affects a lot of people. When you pull back the layers, bro, it's a lot.
Right. I'm just no. Now, when you break it down like that, I mean, like I said, that shit is still just absolutely like crazy as shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the one who's gonna be on the poster, like even though you paying them, and I don't know, like that's just So you brought it to sports, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? I was still kind of thinking musically. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was I know Tiana Taylor's not on the label no more, but if you was like a Tiana Taylor or a Big Sean back in the day, I mean, I don't know who's on this label now. I know it's probably not that many people. I think a lot of people jumped ship probably a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But if you those type of individuals where his job, quote unquote, is to obviously produce your music and distribute your music. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. You know what I'm saying? Because the sports shit, okay, I 100% get that. You know what I'm saying? But musically, it's like, you're still going to listen to my music, even if it does have good music at the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? You're still going to listen to my music because my music is dope, regardless. You know what I mean? I don't think that I would lose any opportunities because I'm signed to Kanye West on some music type shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, you sold me on the analogy of the sports. You know what I'm saying? You sold me on that. But musically, though, like, I don't see how that would be much of a issue for real to be signed with good music at, you know what I'm saying? If, I don't know, I'm thinking about that more because I'm thinking about Def Jam too, but.
Same scenario applies because what if all labels. My bad, I had a phone call.
No,
what
that's
if
right.
What if all labels distance themselves from Kanye? They distance their affiliation. So now, not even labels, but even streaming platforms, because they do have that power, they do have that right. So what if they all just say, you know what, we're not going to associate with Kanye West, right?
I would feel that would be more to the individual instead of the people under him.
But it still affects them, though. It still affects them because it's good music. If all labels came out and said we're just streaming sites, we're gonna distance any affiliation with good music. Bro, anybody that sounds to good music, all right, Kanye's gonna have to put them on his streaming player, his own streaming player.
And you know how much that shit is? I heard that shit was like $200 some, $300 some dollars, like some old crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Just for like an Alexa, basically. You know what I'm saying? Damn, yay. Well, I guess that's not revolutionary, or what's the word that you was using? That wasn't yeah, that wasn't innovative. Like, hey, I'm gonna sell my music on my own little Alexa.
Yep.
No, I feel you on that shit, man. Well, kind of running out of steam with the whole Kanye thing, because it's just basically fumbling the freaking bag. You know what I mean? You just can't, and it just goes back to the previous segment. We've known for years we cannot talk about certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't happen that way. And for Ye to still do that, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it, Ye, man. We gotta find out what the master plan is, Ye.
There is no master plan. I keep telling people that. Kanye is outside of music. He's not a mastermind. He's not a genius. I'm not trying to sound like a hater. That's just the truth.
I don't know, man. There has been a lot of Kanye, what's the word I'm looking for? Dismissiveness from you on previous episodes talking about Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? So if the casual listener that listens to the show believe you're a hater, I mean, they would kind of have even though I know you're not a hater, but they would have the ammunition to think, oh no, you just hate Kanye West.
Yeah, because a hater doesn't give you a hater just hates you just cause. I don't hate Kanye. I may dislike him, but I have reasons. I can list you my reasons. as to why I'm not a big fan of Kanye. It's not just a hater is just they just hate somebody just cause. That's not the case. I don't dislike Kanye just cause. It's a few things. And what's happening now is the main reason. My homeboy called me one day. He begged me to watch a Kanye interview on Hulu. And I had to tell him I don't mess with Kanye, bro. And I told him why.
Right.
You know, and now he tells me, he said, bro, I see why now. I can't even defend this dude no more. I said, I told you. I told you. Kanye don't like black people. He says dumb shit that don't make no sense.
Damn,
And
so
he's a snake, bro. This man went on Drink Champs and out of nowhere just diss Big Sean for no reason. Big Sean don't do nothing to nobody but smash Janae Aiko and meditate.
Yeah.
Be unbothered. Like, this man went on there and talk trash about Big Sean. He went on Drink Champs again and said F Diddy on his own network. Bro, you on Diddy's network and you just disrespecting him? Come on, bro. You donate to George Floyd's daughter's college fund, and then you're gonna get on a national platform and downplay her dad's death. Bro, that's a snake. Come on, man.
I don't know if you was on the episode. I think you no. I think Bootsy was on the episode, and we were talking about Kim Kardashian, right? Because we only got like 3 minutes before the Zoom cuts off, and we got to hop out and hop back in.
Yeah,
where she boosted up security at her children's school because of the whole White Lives Matter thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And at that time, I made a strong case that Ye needs to see his kids. Now, a lot of people will say in the state that he's in, he should not see his kids. I can make the argument he's in the state he's in because he's not seeing his kids. And I said it from this standpoint. When I'm around my son, I'm more grounded. Like, I'm not as the person I was when I'm around my son. I'm more calm. I'm more chill. I'm more conscious of what I say and what I do, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? And Kanye is that same type of individual. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody said that he really lost his mind when he lost his mom. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. that's a harsh thing. You know what I'm saying? So you take it. So he doesn't have his mom to keep him grounded. Now, again, these aren't excuses. I'm just saying, put yourself in this position. We only got like 2 minutes left. You take it. He lost his mom. He doesn't have his wife. And then the wife takes the kids. You know what I'm saying? If Kanye had his kids around him, there's no way he would have time for all of these thoughts, all of these bad opinions, all of these ill thoughts in his head. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, again, a lot of people will say, well, he doesn't deserve to be around his kids because all the crazy shit that he's doing. I'll just make the argument he's doing the crazy shit that he's doing because he's not around his kids. Man just want to see his kids. And again, I'm not making that to be an excuse. I'm not trying to make the justification. But if you all have kids, you know how you are when your kids are around you. You know what I'm saying?
When we come back on, I'm going to counter that.
All right, so you can't do it in 1 minute and 11 seconds?
No, sir.
All right, bet. Let's just go ahead and hop back out and hop back in. It's the SS Experience.
You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.
All right, that's City Girls on 106.7 The Beat. Columbus's real hip hop and R&B. It's the SS Experience live on your radio. DJ 321's on the show. So, on the podcast side, I mentioned something that I mentioned 2 episodes ago when I was talking about when Kim Kardashian basically beefed up security at the school so Kanye couldn't be around his kids. I made the argument then, which is the same thing I'm doing now, which really isn't an argument. I've just made a statement that if Kanye was around his kids, he wouldn't have the time to think all of these things. He wouldn't be able to do all of these things because his kids would keep him grounded. On the podcast side, 321 said he wanted to push back on that, and I wanted to bring that to the radio side. So 3-2, the floor is yours.
All right. So yeah, to counter with, I agree to an extent, but here's once again, we gotta hold Kanye accountable because if a regular person was doing what he was doing, it would be the same result.
Right.
You gotta think. This man said that his Kardashians are trying to kill him. He put this out on social media. They trying to kill me. And then all of a sudden now he made up with Kim and everything. It was like the constant back and forth. And then you putting everything out on social media. Your social media antics definitely aren't helping. you gotta hold that man accountable for his actions. He's 40-something years old. To be acting like this, it's like, bro, your actions are what's happening as a result of your actions. He got to be held accountable across the board all the way.
And I 100% agree with that. That's why I wasn't using it as an excuse. I was just basically making the point that, shoot, if his kids is around him, we wouldn't even have the issues of him saying all of these things, because you would have to be a real douchebag to say all of those anti-Semitic, hateful things with your kid sitting right next to you. Like, that's bad parenting and being a bad example. So that's just my belief on it. We'll rewind to hear my whole thoughts on the podcast side, the SX Experience. Get the link on all my social medias at Henny Hardaway 75. When I get back from the break, I got music coming up from King Combs, Tim's, and I'm gonna take you to some old school VA flavor with Chris Brown. That it's the beat. We'll just crack a little bit more on this, and then because I want to bring in a new topic real quick. I want to there's two things that I want to kind of get into. I want to either get into Tory Lanez being on house arrest until the Megan Thee Stallion trial starts, or Ashanti finally basically saying that Irv Gotti was lying about the whole he smashed thing. I don't know which one I really want to go to first, but we're definitely going to get into one of these real quick. I just kind of want to know, why did it take Ashanti so long to say that it wasn't true? You would think that something like that, of that magnitude, would be like, nah, nigga. Like, it took a long time, because when did Irv say that? Irv said that on a Drink Champs too, right? No. Or he said it on his document
and docuseries.
Okay. I knew it's either one of the two, but it was both. Okay, cool. So that Irv Gotti Drink Champs was like a minute ago.
Yeah, it was all of this was in the summertime. I'm glad I got popcorn, because you coming with the heat today, boy.
Trying to. So my thing is like, Ashanti, why did it take you so long? Like, we kind of all felt it was cap. You know what I'm saying? For real, for like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I've heard of executives, you know what I'm saying, smashing, you know what I'm saying, the talent and shit. Like, that's not uncommon. But for some reason, I just felt like it was cap, because we're children of the 90s. You know what I'm saying? We was adults in the 2000s. I think we would have heard something like that before, whether Ashanti would have wrote something on record or Irv Gotti would have said something back then. I think we would have known that shit. You know what I'm saying? For the people who are children of the 90s, adults in the 2000s. You can try that shit with these young kids who wasn't outside during then. But for people like us who was outside, I just feel like we would have known in some sort of shape or form if what Irv Gotti was saying was true.
Well, all right. So let me ask you this then. Did you know that Wyclef and Lauryn Hill was smashing when she was married?
No, not at all.
Or when he was married?
Not at all.
So I'm not gonna say. I'm kind of on the fence. I think it actually happened. I think it really did.
I mean, can we recite a Lauryn Hill lyric or song that kind of insinuates that? I mean, it was only one album. It's only one album to reference, so it's not hard.
I'm gonna start a conspiracy theory, and I'm gonna probably say X Factor was probably about him. I could be wrong, but you know what? Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if people can go on, people could create a whole documentary. After we've seen testimonies and videos and reports of what actually happened, and can create a whole nother narrative. I mean, hell, shit, I'm gonna start doing that.
Hey, I mean, why not, right? You know what I'm saying? We call it hot take time machine. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we just go back in time and we just basically fuck up history. You know what I'm saying? For all of the kids, because do you know how much, you know what? Let me write that down. Do you know how much shit we can start with hot take time machine? All we got to do is recite shit from like 2005 back.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't on the internet. You know what I'm saying? If shit was not on the internet, like there's certain, only real historical shit is on the internet from back in the day, for real. And when it was put on the internet, it was put on the internet maybe like 10 years after the fact as a It's like a documentary, but kind of like a remembrance type thing, not in real time. So there's no story from 2005 back in real time. And I'm probably being facetious on the year because I don't want to say the 90s. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of shit from the 90s that we could probably bring back that's not on the internet that you can't fact check. Hot Take Time Machine. As a matter of fact, that might be the name of the episode. Hot Take Time Machine. But you're right though. You know what I'm saying? Like we have no idea, but I just feel like Ashanti should have defended herself earlier. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that's a harsh ass claim to take. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this whole women empowerment thing. Like that's like an embarrassing type thing for Ashanti. It disrespects her womanhood. It disrespects her career. It disrespects everything that she's pretty much about. You know what I'm saying? From being an independent woman, doing her own thing, being the lady of Murder Inc., which I kind of still think Vita's the first lady of Murder Inc. If you really want to be real about it, we can have that debate and argument if you want to, but you know, so what do you think about that though, overall? Like why did it take so long for her to clap back and be like, nigga, you lying?
Because it actually happened. Think about it. Anytime like in any situation, not even just a woman, man or woman, whenever we hear a lie about ourselves, we instantly like, nah, that ain't true.
Right.
That ain't true at all. Bro, it's been 100 days, 100+ days.
But there's some people who won't even entertain it though. Like they'll be like, that shit's so far off base. I'm not entertaining that shit.
Either that or it's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's very opposite sides of the spectrum. Very opposite sides. You know what I'm saying? But
because like you said, she took so long to respond. It's like at this point, why even respond?
Because I think low-key people probably forgot about it.
I think so too. Or they just, I mean, honestly, it's like, really, who cares? I think it had the shock factor because Irv said, you know, he was cheating on his wife with her. So, but he's been divorced, so who cares?
Yeah, he's already cutting those alimony checks already, so.
Exactly.
That spousal, that good old spousal support. Where a woman can say, I don't want nothing to do with you anymore, but I still want to live the same exact way. Pay me, nigga.
And don't be a man.
Which I never understood that.
Don't be a man and the roles reversed and you say that, oh man, they gonna cancel you for real.
What's the dude that was married to Mary J. Blige, where Mary J. Blige got to cut that nigga a check? Like 30 grand a month?
They still mad. They still call him ain't shit. It's like, yo, women been doing that shit for decades. But a man doing it, let's go get a job. Oh, okay.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm kind of in that camp. You know what I'm saying? A man should pay his own way. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, fair is fair. If y'all can get that money, I want to cut it at too. So let's talk about, before we bring back the B audience real quick. Or as a matter of fact, let's just bring back the B audience on this shit right now anyway. So that's Sleazy World on 106.7 The B, Columbus's real hip hop and R&B. Shahid's here on the SS Experience with DJ 321. We were just talking we're going to do something real dope. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to tell you the name of it, but if you go back and listen to the podcast and you get the title of this episode, you'll know exactly what we're going to be doing. But we was talking about Ashanti and Irv Gotti, where Ashanti's basically now saying that what Irv Gotti was saying was not true. But I wanted to tie into the other half of the topic, too. Tory Lanez is on house arrest until the whole Megan Thee Stallion trial starts. Now, 73% of you on my Twitter page at Henny Hardaway 75 said that Tory Lanez should be deported. So why is he just now going on house arrest? Like, dang, Tory, like now you can't even go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, is he on house arrest because he keeps getting in trouble for every other thing that he keeps doing? Or is this particular case like, okay, we got to put you on house arrest, which is kind of like crazy?
Well, it's kind of, he is on probation. So I think it more so him constantly getting into things violates his probation.
Why can't we just deport this dude, man? Like, let Canada deal with this dude, man. You know what I mean? Like Brittany Griner, which, shout out to Brittany. You know what I'm saying? She's 252 days now that she's been down. Man, let her come home. You know what I'm saying? We'll deal with her over here. Let's let Tory Lanez go. Let Canada deal with him over there. You know what I mean? We don't need to waste our time with him. But we're going to talk about that on the podcast side because, not the Brittany Griner part, because that's kind of like a tearjerker. But Tory Lanez. The gift that keeps on giving, as Bootsy Vegas like to call him, Big Tory. When I get back from the break, I got music coming up from Lil Baby, Burna Boy, and some old Rich Homie Quan. It's the beat. But bro, like, dude's on house arrest, bro. Like, and I bet you he's in house arrest somewhere dope.
Well,
probably in house arrest in like LA or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Still can record music, still can get some shit popping and all of that.
Well,
I would say he has a body double, but it ain't that many bodies like that.
Nah. Here's the thing. Tory has been on a couple of restrictions with this case. Like, remember, he couldn't talk about it, but Megan can go and do an interview with Gayle King.
I hated that.
So I'm at the point now, if he did it, yeah, deport him. But what the hell happened? That's what we want to know. We want to know what happened. Hurry up with this case. They're literally dragging it out.
I want this on Court TV. I don't know if Court TV is still a channel. I might be on some old 90s shit, but I want that shit on Court. I want that shit on Court TV. I want that shit to have the cameras. I want all the views. I want all the fucking views on that shit. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, if you don't want to put it on Court TV because it sounds old as hell, then put that bitch on YouTube. I'll be all for the shit.
Put on A&E. Like at this point, we want to know what happened 2 years later.
Yeah, damn right. I don't give a fuck if you gotta call Chris Hansen's creepy ass to come out the woodwork. Bring me some fucking journalism on this shit. I want to know too. You know what I'm saying? Did he shoot her in the foot? Did someone else shoot her in the foot? Did she step on some glass? Because she's a dumbass. That's all I want to fucking know. That's really all I want to know, for real, because I'm just tired of hearing about it, bro. I'm really tired of hearing about it. Like, every time it's like, this case is this case is that. We gotta wait a little bit. It's being pushed back. It's not gonna be heard until 2023. Golly, like, for what? You know what I mean? Like, what are we waiting for? You know what I'm saying? We waiting for Megan Thee Stallion's foot to heal up. She's twerking fine. She's walking around fine. What the fuck are we waiting for?
She was twerking 2 weeks in heels after the shooting. If you got shot in the foot, bro, or any part of your foot for that matter, you not twerking 2 weeks later.
I got shot in the leg, B. Like, that shit is not a 2 weeks. Nah, you just now getting back into the swagger things, for real. And then technically, you're still not supposed to be in the swagger things. You're still supposed to be laid up to let the wound heal. Even if you do feel good enough to walk and do your thing.
That's what I'm saying. So what happened? Stop putting this man on restrictions and just start the trial.
No doubt. Because I don't think he's been pulling up on her or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? On some old, R. Kelly, hey, you're intimidating the witness type shit. You know what I mean? I don't even think he's been really speaking about it or anything like that.
Man, he made that one album. She keeps saying he doing all this in the media, but like, he ain't doing nothing.
Nah, not at all. Now, for all the hotties out there that don't like this topic, we just want to know what happened to your girl. That's all.
It. If he did it, cool. But I feel like, bro, a lot of people are gonna put their foot in their mouth because they talked a gang of shit about this dude when it all popped off. And I mean, they talked a gang of shit.
And we got receipts. Well, there should be receipts. You know what I'm saying? But we'll find it. We'll find it. We'll go back in your Twitter feed and find it.
Twitter keeps everything.
No, that's facts. So, I'm not gonna put this on the radio side, but I still want to give y'all my top 3 disasters of all time. Basically, going back to our previous conversation: the Holocaust, Native Americans losing their land, and slavery. I know this is gonna be a hot button topic, but I don't give a fuck. This is what we do. All right, so number 3, I'm gonna go with the Native Americans losing their land. There's no way in hell y'all should have lost y'all fucking land. I'm sorry. When the white man came up on the ship, talking all that shit, trying to give y'all Thanksgiving, there was no way in hell y'all should have trusted that motherfucker. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Y'all should have got y'all bows and arrows. Y'all should have got y'all tomahawks. Y'all knew the land. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have easily got them the fuck up out of there. Put them back in body bags, put them back on their boat, and send them away. Now, If that would have happened, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have America. Okay, cool, great. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I bring that up is because did you hear that Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, was in a debate, and this dude said that we shouldn't be teaching our kids that this country was built upon stolen land because it's not appropriate and it's not true?
Yeah.
Bro, how the fuck do you...
Bro, it's Ron DeSantis. That's all. That's all that needs to be said. It's Ron DeSantis. That's it. I don't really want to go into too much detail because this dude is, he's trash, bro.
Florida was in my honorable mentions of top 5 states that. Oh, was Florida in my top 5? I don't think it was. It was Alabama, Mississippi, Texas. I think Florida might have been in the top 5. I have to go back and listen to that episode. But if not, honorable mention, you know what I'm saying? At the minimum, because Miami. Everyone loves Miami. So honorable mention because of Miami. But other than that, nah, Florida, you in the fucking way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the worst, pretty much. All right, so the second, you know what I'm saying, crime against, whatever, I forget what topic I'm gonna call this shit. I will go with slavery. You know what I'm saying? Of African Americans. Again, there's no way in hell that we should have been taken off of Africa onto a slave ship and drug all the way to this bitch after they stole the land from the Indians and been working in their fucking fields. We outnumbered them probably like 10-1. The math was there. You know what I'm saying? For us to basically whoop their ass and take back their shit or get freedom, even if we wasn't educated, even if we didn't know what the fuck was going on. If you didn't like picking cotton, you should have got up off your ass. You should have fucking hit the porter or hit the foreman, whooped his ass, ran up in the house, took all the food, and took over the fucking plantation. That's what I would have done. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. That's what I would have been on. I'm like, hey, look, it's like 20 of us here, and it's only like 8 of them. Fuck that massa shit. Massa feeding us. Massa providing us a place to live. Man, fuck that. Now, I'm not trying to say slavery was a choice. I'm not going there. I'm just saying I felt we could have did more. We could have did better. We could have did better for ourselves back then and got our freedom a whole lot earlier if we would have popped off. You know what I'm saying? We had enough manpower to run the fucking to the north. We had enough manpower to run to fucking Canada where, you know what I'm saying, black people could be free. Nah, we could have got free long time ago if we would have whooped some white people's ass back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So second of the most egregious things that happened in America or national history or world history, slavery. Number 1, I'm gonna go with the Holocaust. They gassed those people, bruh. They had them in concentration camps and gassed them. You know what I'm saying? They didn't make them fucking work. They didn't try to build with them. They just said, I don't like you. Go to this camp. Here's the gas. And I'm not talking about that gas that we smoke now that we love. I'm not talking about that gas that costs $5 a gallon, depends on where you live, for premium. No, I'm talking about that gas that killed you. That had to have been the most criminal act that ever happened against the world. The fucking Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't nothing they could do about that shit. Because everybody was armed and gunned up and they was in a fucking camp. You know what I'm saying? Won't nothing they could do. I mean, maybe they could have ran, maybe they could have fought. A lot of people would have died. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was gunned up. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Butt naked in a place that looked like a shower and it was fucking gas and you killed everybody. You know what I'm saying? That was mass murder. You know what I'm saying? Fucking mass murder. Everything else that happened with the Native Americans and black people murdered was later, but it wasn't based on that. It was fucking mass murder. I don't like you people. You motherfuckers are gonna die. So, yeah, I'm the Jewish community. I'm with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have had it historically bad, but y'all bounced back a lot. Y'all had a hell of a bounce back. Native Americans, y'all have a hell of a bounce back. Y'all got land where it's tax free, motherfucking. Y'all can build casinos and all of that shit. Where's my shit as a black person? Where's my fucking reparations? Where's my piece of fucking land? You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all credit. Y'all thought I was gonna say black people was number 1. Y'all thought I was gonna say slavery was the worst thing. Nah, I have perspective. I could be truthful. You know what I'm saying? Black people wasn't put in a concentration camp meant to die. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had to work. Yeah, it was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But we still lived. We still got fed. We still had a place to live. You know, it was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody made us go to a concentration camp to die. So that's my top 3. You know what I'm saying? You know, and not of ranking. You know what I'm saying? Any other people that you want to add to the list, or any rearranging of the order if you want to dibble and dabble in this topic? Because I know a lot of people don't, but I don't give a fuck. Just saying.
That's why I bought the kettle corn, bro.
All right, well, fuck it, then. We'll just leave it at that then. Let me see.
I have no pushback, no qualms, no nothing about your list. Yeah, I mean, Black folks bounced back too, but we lost a lot of stuff in the process that we have yet to bounce back from, and we can't band together. Like I said earlier, we don't know how to band together as a unit. So we're gonna until we able to do that, we ain't gonna never see no change.
All right, so I got one last thing to run through real quick, and then we're pretty much done with the show. So I'm trying to get us a sponsor, right? And I think I can get FanDuel to be a sponsor. So we have to prove ourselves real quick. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if the radio station, because gambling is going to, because sports betting is going to be legal in Ohio in 2023, and I want the sponsorship dollars. I want y'all to come to me and rock with me, because I've been messing with y'all since y'all been in Virginia. So today is Thursday, as you know, we air for the most part. Ravens and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the point spread is real crappy. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring the beat audience in on this real quick. They want to get a piece of this money. Brand Fire is all miles on 106.7 The Beat. Columbus' real hip hop and R&B. Is an Essex experience live on your radio. DJ 321 is live on the show. I had a controversial topic. I gave y'all my ranking of 3 things that I'm not going to say on air, but I have it on my podcast. Get the link on my social medias at Henny Hardaway 75. 3-2. You know I'm big into gambling, sports betting to say the least. You know what I mean? And sports betting is going to be legal in Ohio in 2023. So I want to audition for FanDuel, if you guys don't mind, real quick. If you guys can, give me a few minutes. I want to audition for FanDuel. So the Baltimore Ravens later on tonight is going to be playing at Tampa Bay. Tom Brady has never lost 4 games in a row. I don't think ever. I think the last time he lost 3 games in a row was during his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? Which was like 20 some years ago. Long time, excuse me. So the line is set for Tampa Bay, which earlier this morning, the Ravens was favored. Okay. So Tampa Bay is now favored 1.5. You know what I'm saying? On the point spread. I'm going to tell you like this. I don't want to bet against the GOAT, but Tom Brady has some issues going on right now. He's about to lose his family off of this season of football. This is the Joe Montana season of Tom Brady. This is Michael Jordan with the Wizards of Tom Brady. If y'all thought Tom Brady was coming back to have the last dance, no, we're getting the last laugh. Straight up and down. So I want you guys to take Baltimore Ravens plus 1.5. You don't have to buy any points. It's just basically the Ravens win pretty much. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? The Ravens win. You take the point spread. Obviously take the money line too, the Baltimore Ravens. Now this is where I get a little iffy a little bit. The over and under is set at 45.5. 3-2. I don't think the Buccaneers got it like that. And again, I'm trying to create a parlay with you guys. So I'm gonna go with the under 45.5. It's Thursday night football. Thursday night football since the beginning of the season has all hit the under. We're talking about 19-3, 19-6, 12-3. I'm talking about Thursday night football has been having some real crappy games. Al Michaels called one of those games the 5th regional game on CBS. And he's getting paid to call the game, and he called it that. So my parlay for you guys, you know what I'm saying, if you're down for the betting, take the Baltimore Ravens plus 1.5. Take them on the money line plus 100, and dog gonna go for the under 45.5. I think you guys will make some money.
You doing a parlay, and I just spilled my almond milk.
Oh man, well that's pretty much how it goes. So let's go ahead and get this money. I got more of your requests coming up later. It's 167 The Beat. I'm trying to dibble and dabble in this FanDuel world, man. And I hope that when this parlay hits, FanDuel will be like, okay, he didn't give us too much analytics. He just went with the real shit. Tom Brady going through some things right now. You know what I mean? Like, and Lamar Jackson, they need to win.
Yeah,
they need to win because I didn't get a chance to say this on the radio side. Lamar Jackson's playing for a contract. He's playing for the bag. He is playing for the bag. And right now, I believe they're 4-3. They're tied on top of the AFC North. 4-3 is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the Bills, who is like 6-1. The Chiefs is 6-2 because the Bills had a bye week last week. Yep. And then everybody's jumbled up in that one game over 5. Oh no, I forgot the Jets is 5-2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in playoff standings, the Jets is going to be a wild card because the Bills is in their division. So the Ravens will get, you know what I'm saying, a home game because of that. So, but I mean, Tom Brady's playing for something too. Like, Tom Brady's never lost 4 games in a row, B. And I don't like to bet against the GOAT. I don't like to, but I'm like I said on the radio side, this is the Joe Montana year at Kansas City. This is Michael Jordan playing with the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of party. You know what I'm saying, for Tom Brady. The sports gods are not with him. The sports gods was like, bro, you led the league in passing and touchdowns. It's okay you didn't win MVP. It's okay you didn't, win the Super Bowl or play in the Super Bowl. You got 7 of them. Go home. Go get that $37 million a year Fox deal, because the Super Bowl is played on Fox. That's why they offered Tom Brady that bread. They were like, oh, okay, we're going to get Tom Brady to call the game. Now it's doggone, it's also, I can't think of his first name right now. The tight end Olsen.
Oh, Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen and Kevin Burkhardt. So you went from Troy Aikman and Joe Buck to Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olsen. That I'm supposed to listen to that for the Super Bowl? Man, you got me fucked up. But they thought they was gonna have Tom Brady. And Tom Brady would have been maybe worth it. We don't know if he could do the job, but he would have got $37 million. So Tom Brady, you fumbled the bag. Because I know that you're not making $37 million for playing for Tampa Bay this year. Not at all. So 3-2, man. That's pretty much it, man. I ain't got too much gas left.
Yeah, you sound like.
No, I mean, there's like hella topics and stuff, but I still got to do some editing. I got this one dude that's in another studio, and the Zoom just gave me the 10-minute warning, so it knew what was up. But nah, man, we had some real good content, man. The Cowboys fans, man, they didn't like my rant too well. Some of them started copping pleas. It was like
that's what they do, bro. I mean, come on, man. That's what they do.
I didn't say all of that stuff. I mean, some of them didn't. Some of them, it was like the rational Cowboy fans got mad because they got hit with a stray. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, sorry. Look, sometimes the baby gets hits in the crib doing a drive-by. It happens.
They said, oh, it was y'all beat the backup QB. Nah, y'all wasn't saying that the week before.
Not at all. Not at all.
I caught a lot of that, bro. Like, I'm not even an Eagles fan, but I seen it. Like, I'll never forget somebody posted, I talked all this shit just for them to play like trash. Yeah, y'all should be used to that. That's what Cowboys teams do.
Now they back because they beat Detroit. Whoop-de-doo.
Bro, they barely beat Detroit. It was 6-3 up until the fourth quarter. Come on, man.
Man, bro. All I can say is that bro, like, they didn't like the rant, you know what I'm saying, which is cool. I mean, I expected it, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, people was copping pleas. It wasn't me. I don't know who said all of that, but it wasn't me. No, it was a lot of you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't call out names in the rant. I didn't do all of that. You know what I'm saying? I just aired out everybody who I knew has a little Cowboy star on their IG page and all that, or their Twitter page, or who's been historically Cowboy fans. And I just aired out the strip where I knew y'all was going to be. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just one of those things where it's just like, bro, like y'all know who y'all are, y'all know who y'all root for, and it is what it is.
Right.
I got smoke for the Giants fans though when we play them. I mean, they haven't been talking too much junk, but I got to let them know that 6-1 is fraudulent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That 6-1 is fraudulent. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna let them live because they 6-1. You know what I mean? They only lost to the Cowboys, so it's okay. I mean, I could.
Yeah, they ain't had too much to brag on these last 6-7 years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kick them. I'm not gonna kick them. No, man, I'm just gonna wait for them. I think we played them like sometime we play them we play them like late for real. You know what I'm saying? I know we play them the last game of the season, but then we get them maybe like week 13 or something like that. So it's a while before, you know what I'm saying, we get to them. We may not be undefeated no more. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things can happen between it. So I'm not gonna, predict anything or, you know what I'm saying, fire off any shots at them right now. We're just gonna let them do them. We do us. I think who do we play this week? I think we play doggone damn, I just seen it. Oh, we played Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? So we might oh wow. The spread is 10.5. Now this is what I will say though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like the number. I don't like us being favored by 10.5. I really don't. I have respect for Coach Tomlin. He's a VA guy like myself, and he doesn't blink. He gives 2 fucks. You know what I'm saying? Even though he got Pickett and his quarterback situation is all messed up.
Super messed up.
I don't like the points. I don't. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I would probably say I probably would take Pittsburgh plus 10.5. I mean, I think we might can get them. I think we might can win by 10, not 10.5, which means we got to win by at least a touchdown and 2 field goals, or win by 3 scores. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know, dude. I'm a current analytics guy, and the way they've been playing, the way y'all defense is, I mean, I'll go with the spread, but I get what you're saying though.
There's just too many. But see, that's why I don't like betting on my team either. You know what I'm saying? I hate betting on my team because I can't take the emotion out of it. You know what I'm saying? To say the least. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to be real, but then it's like, okay, if I take Pittsburgh plus 10.5, but then Philadelphia fucks them up. Now I just lost money, but my team fucked them up. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy about that. Just like we were talking about that one week when I'm like, if you lose money betting on your team, but your team wins, are you happy? You know what I'm saying? I don't like losing money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an NFL player. I don't get paid millions of dollars to throw ball, tackle people, and block and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of stay away from betting on my team. You know what I'm saying? I really do. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't bet the spread. But the money line is crap. It's 550. I wouldn't make any money. You know what I'm saying? Betting the money line. You know what I'm saying? It's minus 550. The over and under is pretty good. It's set at 43.5. I probably would take the over because if the defense is as good as we know that they are, and if we can do what we always do, put up about 24 points in like the second quarter, give or take, then maybe get like a field goal in the second half that makes 27. Nah. Because that means I still need Pittsburgh to at least score 20.
Yeah, how much time we got left?
Like 3 minutes. I'm just ranting real quick. I was about to go in a minute. I was just ranting. But yeah, that's pretty much it though. I was just ranting and bullshitting around, looking at FanDuel, trying to audition, trying to get us some sponsorship dollars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, this is exactly what's probably gonna fucking happen. That station across the hall, somebody's gonna be like, hey, get some FanDuel over here. They don't know nothing about gambling or they don't know nothing about sports, but they're a real popular show. And it's like, can you at least know a little bit about gambling? Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit about gambling. Just a little bit. Instead of just bullshitting around and losing people money. I'm not saying that y'all gonna win money with me all the time because I'm in a stinker. The last couple of bets I placed, I went 2-1 in a 3-leg parlay. Oh man, that last parlay, man. Jalen Hurts didn't throw a touchdown, but he ran the shit out the ball. And the parlay before that, I went 1-3. I ain't get shit right that week, but that shit was just like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? But you win some, you lose some. Oh shit, and I forgot. We do with the last 2 minutes. Final thoughts on anything?
Black folks, it's okay to hold Kanye accountable. Nothing's gonna happen to you, I promise.
My final thoughts, FanDuel, I need sponsorship. I need advertising. You guys are throwing the bag everywhere. My Thursday lineup that I just predicted, take the Ravens on the spread, take them on the money line, bet the under, that's gonna hit. If that hits, FanDuel, I expect a call from your CEO or whoever's responsible for your marketing. And I definitely want some sponsorship dollars for this show. 3-2, man. We're gonna do this again next week, B.
Sounds good, bro.
Yeah, let me hit the Yada Main. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do the other thing.
You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.